In other groups, they are having to select. I'm joking to Vihiga where we are going tomorrow. They are telling me youth wametoka wamesimama kwa where they're supposed to congregate.
Kwena horo mwega kwena muradi uretwo na rigi thĩinĩ wa mũradi ũyũ rĩ ũrarehe ũrĩmi ũkarehe maciaro maingĩ ũkarehe baida nene na wĩna marũgo mana marĩa tũgũthiĩ marũgo macio rĩ kwĩna ũrĩmi wa ngũkũ kwĩna ũrĩmi wa ng'ombe kwĩna ũrĩmi wa njũkĩ.
Hiyo ni kuku.
Gari muradi uyu nduratiga thutha andu a ng'ombe cia iria ngũkũ ona ningĩ rĩ nduratiga thutha andu ngũkũ cia kienyeji matiratigwo na thutha.
Ona tumwera tũtũ twakwa twĩ gũkũ nyũmba-rĩ no ndeithĩke.
Ũngĩteithĩka mũno ndũgĩtũraga mũno na athuri mũtithimũnyitagia athuri kuma athuri ikũmi.
Different varieties ndiposa unapata mazao mazuri watakusajili.
I am Emma Phoebe. I am from Nakuru, Bahati sub-county. As a young actor to empower young farmers through the art I am having as an actor on how we as youths can use our art to empower other youths out there on how they can venture into agribusiness and how they can benefit from agribusiness. I didn't know how talent and agriculture really connects, but from the training I've gotten from NARIC project, I can now impact some knowledge to other youths there on how they can grow in agriculture.
My name is Joyce Nyata from Nakuru County, Molo sub-county. I'm here for a NARIC project whereby they have brought together young artists to hone their skills, and then they can use that to encourage other young people to venture into agribusiness. From this training, I can now use my talent to encourage other young people to venture into business whereby they can make a livelihood. Since most young people are either underemployed or unemployed, this can enable them to make a sustainable livelihood. This training has enabled me to encourage other youths to venture into farming.
My name is Njoroge in the youth component that is known as Participatory Education Theatre or PET. Now NARIC is working in 21 counties in this country, and we are using youth who are talented in arts and theatre and performing arts, one, to embrace agriculture and to understand agriculture and its different value chains and where youth can fit. Because youth tend to say that agriculture is not their thing. Everybody tends to think that agriculture is the soil and the hoe. But we are saying that agriculture is more than that. Along the value chain, there's a lot of opportunities for the youth. So NARIC brings that to the table for the youth, But most importantly is that NARIG is taking the talents and the skills of the youth, and in this particular case, theatre and performing arts, to use them to sensitize the local communities. NARIG's core objective is to increase agricultural productivity and, of course, profit. So the youth, the musicians, the guys of spoken word, the actors, once they understand their role, that not only do they pass a message when they sing their songs, but can they sing a song that would be able to entice, that would be able to attract, that would be able to create awareness of what is going on around them, and especially in the agricultural sector. So they come in and understand. In most cases when they start, the first question is, where does acting or a musician come in with agriculture? So in this particular class, we are actually showing them what is the relationship, what's the linkage. And it's very exciting when you see the transformation, and for them understanding and appreciating that they're agents of change. When they understand that by their music only, when they sing, for example, romantic songs, of course they have an audience for it. But in this particular case, their song, the romance now goes into agriculture, and being able to show people that there is more to it in agriculture than just what we think about it. If you look at the old textbooks in school, they used to have a very old guy with some torn patched trousers with a hoe and his djembe on his shoulder, and that's what people thought agriculture was. Others have seen their parents struggle to be able to put food on the table because the production is declining. So when NARIG comes and says it is increasing agricultural productivity, they are not coming to restart a farmer from where they are, but instead help change that farmer, help bring back that farmer, that they can get much yield per unit area and be able then to get profitability. How do you do it? It's working through getting together to form groups. Each county has its value chains. So once the teams come in together that way, there's beautiful funding opportunities. And of course, that's exciting for the youth, because when they hear there's money, then they say, okay, wait a minute, let's talk about this. But I think for me, in the 17 counties that I've been so far, is seeing the change, the transformation, the appreciation of what agriculture is. 2, of course, climate change has really affected us, not only in this country, but I think all over the world. When youth see the various opportunities that they can do, the vertical gardens, the small space that you have that you can utilize it to be able to do very high yielding production, then they say, wow, okay, then this then makes sense to me. When they also realize that value addition, which is what most farmers will rarely ever talk to. Most people will always just want to do farm gate, and that's the end of the story. But when youth then see where their energy can be very well utilized, they are on internet most of the day. So they can Google, they can learn and see, how can I turn this from just being the raw product into being something better? So at the end of the day, the outcome, 1, is of course transformed youth. 2, youth who now understand and can embrace agriculture, and most importantly, youth who can then sensitize right from Sunday school, right from lower primary school to the very old person in the village with the NARIG message. So if you're a musician, let's then come up with songs that would then make sense to everybody else. So in a nutshell, that's what we're doing in the puppet component, and this has been done so far, like I mentioned, in 17 counties. We have another 4 counties to go. And one of the other outcomes is that the youth themselves who are sitting in these trainings form themselves into a group. So as they form themselves into a group, they also have opportunity to be funded by NARIG along one of the value chains. My
name is Njoroge Githunguri. I'm the county project coordinator for NARIG project in Nakuru County. Because the youth now, more than any other fraction or age bracket in this country and in this county, represent the future, especially in agriculture. But they are actively involved in the affairs and issues and matters related to agriculture, because we believe they are the ones who have the energy, they are the ones who have been educated, and the ones who will be running the show many years from now onwards. And in that case, NARIG has targeted quite a number of beneficiaries, and in those beneficiaries, the youth, the marginalized, the women group, that the project has to closely liaise with societies, whether they are producing dairy, whether they are doing potatoes, whether they are doing beekeeping, or even the local poultry, as those are the 4 prioritized value chains for our county, Nakuru. So as of now, we've been able to sign MOUs with 18 cooperative societies, mainly in the dairy and in the potato industry. But we're also focusing our attention on getting the producer organizations that deal with the poultry as well as the beekeeping. We will advance some form of grants in 2 ways. Number one, we will give them the inclusion and membership grant, which is mainly on governance issues. They recruit more members, so we make these producer organizations stronger in terms of membership. We will also extend the enterprise development funds to the producer organizations so that they can upscale whatever economic activities that they are undertaking in their respective places. And we have already, as a county, formally registered the dairy union. The potato union is also underway, and probably by mid of October we shall ensure that they also have a union. We expect to have 4 unions actively and very strongly helping our farmers in county to grow from strength to strength. So far we have done 217, and we intend to finish up the balance of 383 micro-project proposals by October, by mid-October. Thereafter we shall embark on registration of the members of the CIGs and VMGs to make sure that by December this year, all our farmers who are in a rig implementing sub-counties and wards are covered by the project and are also registered. We have taken their data, we've signed MOUs with them, and what we'll be advancing to them are what you call the inclusion grants. By inclusion grants, I mean we shall be trying to give them NARIG will advance some monies depending on the cluster at which these producer organizations are, the county unions. Now these county unions will enable our farmers to have a voice in which they'll be able to articulate their issues, the problems related to their industry, and finally, together with the county government of Nakuru, we will be able to look for solutions which we believe strongly lies within ourselves.